Hello students, Jai Swaminarayan. This is Professor Urvish Mewada, Head of Electrical Department in Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology, Bhat Gandhi Nagar. I am the subject matter of Interconnected Power System, which is in the 7th semester, Gujarat Technological University Electrical Engineering, and the subject code is 2170901. Okay, we start this subject with the chapter number 1. The chapter number 1 is interconnected power system basics. So here, first of all, I would like to share you something about interconnected power system. So interconnected means what? Interconnected means it is connected with each other. So in India we have so many generating stations, and we have so many small and large power plants in different states. So to overcome the generation and demand, means to balance the generation and the demand from the consumer, our country use interconnected power system, means all generating stations are interconnected so that we can share load whenever we require, or we can transfer excess power wherever it is required to other generating stations. So we'll start with the first chapter, interconnected power system. So first of all, we are understanding interconnection concept with the help of this diagram. So in this diagram you can see this is the generating station 1, this is the generating station 2. So in between generating station 1 and generating station 2, there is a transmission line, or we can say interconnection link. The current is transferring from G1 to G2 is I interconnection, and these two generating stations are serving power to, this is a load station, or we can say load area, or to the consumer. Now this lines indicates this are the bus bars. So bus bar basically it's a hollow conductor, and on which voltage, frequency and power is same, the current is different. So on the bus bar we can take from the bus bar we can take out number of connections. So we can say a bus bar has so many incoming and outgoing lines. So this line 1 is going out from G1, and from G2 this is the line 2. The current of line 1 is I1, and current of line 2 is I2, and both are meeting at this bus bar, and this bus bar is delivering load to the consumer. So this is nothing but the a small we can say brief idea about interconnection through this diagram. Now G1 and G2 are the power generating stations. So main fundamental requirement of the interconnection is to give uninterruptible power supply, or we can say uninterrupted power supply. What do you mean by uninterrupted? Means whenever any fault occur or any contingency occur at generating station, the consumers which are connected with the generating stations will suffer from the lack of power. So either to either to disconnect, or either to disconnect all the consumers from the load, we use interconnection system. So if in this case suppose G1 get suppose faulty, or if any fault occur at G1, so G2 can deliver that load to the consumer without interruption. Now in interconnection we all know that in our country, in many states, they are unable to maintain a generation and demand ratio or balance. So generation resources are large in our country compared to the consumers, and in some parts of our country consumers are large compared to the generating source. So this is a condition of, we can say, many states of our country. Suppose if here I am giving one example to you, Gujarat. So Gujarat have excess power, or we can say more power generation capacity compared to other generating stations. So Gujarat is delivering power to consumers of Gujarat as well as the other states also. So due to this problem, uh, interconnected power system we can introduce in the system. So basically an interconnection of the buses or of more than one generating stations. So interconnection is utilize the unused generated power capacity of connected generator during peak demand. Means here I would like to add something. Uh, have you all aware with the word uh, load curve, or we can say power demand curve? See, if we talk about one residential area, so in the morning load demand is different, in the noon load demand is different, and in the evening load demand is different. So according to the demand, generating station will switch on and switch off the units and deliver the power to the consumers. So due to this interconnected power system, we can drive peak loads as per our requirement, and we can drive the light load as per our requirement, and we can switch on and switch off, or we can share the load as per our requirement from the generating station whenever we require. So this is the main fundamental of the interconnected power system. Now advantages of interconnected power system. So interconnected power system has so many advantages that we already briefed, but we are going to detail one by one. So first is exchange of peak load. Now what do you mean by exchange of peak load? This is the most important advantage of interconnected power system. So as I explained you that many states have large consumers and less generating capacity, and many states have large generating capacity and less consumers. So whenever the peak load occur, at that time suddenly load demand changes, and at that time suppose generating station is not capable to deliver that power, so that the the generating station will cut out the load of some consumers and deliver that power to the we can say जहाँ पे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है वहाँ पे वो पावर को डिलीवर करता है. लाइक यू ऑल हर्ड दैट गाँव में ज़्यादा बिजली नहीं रहती है. द रीज़न इज़ दे आर द पीपल ऑफ विलेज आर वेरी वी कैन से rough and tough, so they never complain about the cutting of power. So पूरे दिन में ज़्यादातर क्या करते हैं कि वहाँ पे से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी उसको वहाँ से कट करके जहाँ पे मतलब रेसिडेंशियल एरिया लाइक कॉमर्शियल, वहाँ पे वो एक्सेस पावर को मतलब सॉरी पावर रिक्वायरमेंट जो थी उसको फुलफिल करने के लिए ये सब वो लोग तरीके पावर जनरेटिंग स्टेशंस कैन यूज़. बट ड्यू टू इंटरकनेक्शन वेन एवर द सच काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन अकर वी कैन drive that load using we can say from the other generating stations, or we can say small generating station like hydropower station or some other power stations. Means hydropower station can drive the peak load for small time. Now if generation and demand is not equal, at that time we can exchange the peak load with the help of interconnection or interconnected power system. So basically demand is greater than the capacity of the plant. At that time we can exchange the peak load to the generating station which have the excess power. Now use of older plant. Now as we all know that some power plants are running from since so long, and due to that reason the efficiency of plant deteriorate day by day. So use of older plant means what? Suppose one older plant having less efficiency, so we cannot run that plants for all day. Okay, but whenever such exchange of peak load situation occur, at that time we can switch on and connect that generating station into the interconnection mode, and we can drive that peak loads for some time. And then after, whenever that load drives, means the demand compared to suppose डिमांड लेस हो जाती है या फिर डिमांड कम हो जाती है, एट दैट टाइम वी कैन स्विच ऑफ दैट older plants. So this is the we can say main advantage of interconnection. We can connect or disconnect any power plant in the grid. We can introduce any plants in the grid whenever we require, or whenever we require to drive excess loads or deliver power to the consumers. So basically these older plants are interconnected with the system network, or can be interconnected with the modern plants. So older plants are if we say they are inadequate when operates alone, but whenever they are connected with the interconnected power system, they can drive the peak loads, or we can say deliver power to the consumers. So ICPS gives, or interconnected power system gives, a direct key to use the obsolete power plants. So ICPS can only make it possible to use the older and less efficient plant to carry the peak loads of the short duration. Means we can switch on and switch off that older plants for short duration, so that we can not suffer from the efficiency, and we can run that power plants to drive the loads. Now the other advantage of the ICPS is we can ensure the economical operation. So as we already discussed in this, we can switch on and switch off any power plant as per our requirement. So because of that utility, we can run, or we can deliver power to the consumers economical way. So ICPS makes the operation of the concerned power station quite economical, and it is because of the sharing of the load. As I already explained you, sharing of the load means whenever the excess power requirements occur, at that time other generating stations can share that load, and the main power plant which is connected with that consumer can have the long life, and more efficient stations which are connected to the system, so work continuously throughout the year at high load factor, and less efficient stations work for the peak load hours only. So due to this we can say arrangement, we can efficiently deliver power to the consumers. Now the fourth advantage of the interconnected power system is increase the diversity factor. Now the diversity factor is a ratio of all the, we can say, sum of the all individual maximum demands of the various subdivisions of the system to the maximum demand of the whole system. Means this maximum demand of the whole system will become much, or we can say will be much reduced due to interconnected power system. Now as this maximum demand reduced due to the interconnection of the power system, and due to the sharing of the load, and due to the drive at the time of due to drive the loads at the time of any contingency or any faulty condition, at that time this maximum demand of the whole system will reduce, and so that we can increase the diversity factor of the interconnected power system, or diversity factor of the plant. Now from the load curves of different interconnected power systems are generally different, and due to interconnected power system, maximum demand of the system is much reduced. Now as this demand is reduced, due to this reason we can increase the diversity factor, and the diversity factor of the system is improved, thereby increasing the effective capacity of the system. Okay, now diversity factor is always greater than 1, and we can maintain this diversity factor greater than 1 only just because of the interconnected power system. Means as we are using, all the generating stations are interconnected, and they are sharing the load, and they are handling the uninterrupted power supply, and due to this reason the diversity factor will be or we can say that diversity factor we can maintain greater than 1. Now the fifth advantage of the interconnected power system is reduce plant reserve capacity. Now plant reserve capacity means what? It operates at balanced load demand. Means operates at balanced load demand means what? Every power system required we can say standby unit for the emergency. Suppose we are talking about Torrent, then Torrent has also a standby DG-set system, so that DG-set system can be used at the time of any problem occur or any time of shutdown of the plant. At that time, that emergency utility can drive the load. So, due to interconnected power system, we don't require reserve plant capacity. Means if any fault occur or any problem occur, we can share the load from the excess generating unit to our consumers. So due to this reason the plant reserve capacity will reduce. And however, when the several power plants are connected in parallel, so the reserve capacity of the system is much reduced. And the above this this method, or we can say this utility is increase the efficiency of the system also, because as we have all generating stations are interconnected, so ultimately plant capacity will increase, because plant always run with a light load, or we can say shared load. Now the sixth important advantage of the interconnected power system is increase the reliability of the supply. Now reliability of the supply, as we already discussed, that ICP's interconnected power system provides the uninterruptible power supply, so we can say it is reliable. So if a major breakdown occurs in one station, then continuity of the supply can be maintained by other healthy stations. Means all the generators are interconnected. It means the healthy generator, or we can say the generating station, which is generating the excess power, that can be shared at the time of any, we can say, problem occur or any breakdown or shutdown occur. So at that time we can increase the reliability of the supply to the consumer. Now as interconnected power system has so many advantages, and we can say it has also disadvantages also. Now the first is synchronizing problem. Now I want to explain you what do you mean by synchronizing. First of all, synchronizing means what? As all the generating stations are interconnected, it means all the generators are connected on same bus bar. Okay, so, or we can say parallel to each other. So for the parallel operation of generator, one most important condition is terminal voltage of all the generating stations must be same. So how you can maintain the terminal voltage of the generating station? By providing proper synchronization between each generating station. Means terminal voltage of all the generating stations must be same. That is called synchronization. Now whenever any problem occur, at that time what happen? Your unit we can say isolated from the grid interconnected power system, and suppose you want to reconnect that your generating station into the grid, then you will face a synchronizing problem. So this is the reason. And another reason is whenever your the load which is connected to the generating station changes, so we can say load demand increases, suddenly current passing through the terminal of the generator will drastically increase, and as current demand increase, generator speed will get slowed down, and due to the slowdown, due to this reduction in the speed, terminal voltage of the generator will reduce, and as this generator is interconnected in the system, it can create more problems to the other generating stations. So Generating of all the generators of the all generators must be operated at the same frequency and synchronizing manner as I explained you. And during the heavy load condition, some generators go out of the step due to the synchronization breakup. So finally, complete system go out of the step, and it is called the blackout condition. So blackout may occur also due to the synchronizing problem. So this is the major disadvantage of interconnected power system. Now the next disadvantage is expensive tie lines. Now as we are using interconnected power system to control the system reactive power. Now system reactive power we must have to control, because if reactive power in the transmission line will increase, then ultimately it will reduce it can increase the I square R loss of the line, and so as the resistance of the conductor will increase, and so as the terminal voltage, or we can say voltage passing through the conductor will get opposed, or we can say reduced. So expense of the tie lines for the construction of interconnection transmission line increase due to the expensive tie lines. Now the third disadvantage of the interconnected power system is expensive circuit breakers. As we are interconnected, or we can say, or we are connecting all the generating stations together, so that system will become large, and for that large system circuit breakers are used to isolate the faulty part from the healthy part during the faulty condition. For high voltage power system, higher rating of the circuit breaker is used, and as the rating of the circuit breaker is higher, so it will become expensive. So this is again a problem due to the interconnected power system. Now the fourth disadvantage of the interconnected power system is metering and instrumentation. So to adequate metering means proper metering and instrumentation is needed for the different levels, because as this power is large and we need to monitor each and every transformation of the power through the line, so that's why adequate metering and instrumentation system is required. Also it is necessary to install sequential recorder to record or to maintain the we can say contingency or power transfer record among the generating station, and disturbance recorder, time to day meters, etc. These are the metering instruments, or expense of this metering instruments will become more whenever we use interconnected power system, because it will monitor all the generating station, contingency of all the generating stations which are connected with the main, or we can say local generating station. Now so this is your topic number 1, interconnected power system. If you have any doubt or query after this topic, you can contact me, or you can WhatsApp me, and feel free to call me anytime. Thank you, student. Thank you very much. Jai Swaminarayan. Also the assignment which is related to this topic I will give you after the topic number 2. Thank you very much, student. Jai Swaminarayan.